All right, so I'll be presenting on the new initiative that we've been working on with with the Department of Conservation and the progress of the project that the progress of our collaboration with the Department of Conservation right now. So the inspiration of this project comes out from a problem that that was identified by the Department of Conservation. They have a lot of video data that they need to be able to catalog, to annotate, and to basically allow to process for them to process. And one of the issues that they have is that it requires a lot of of manual work and a lot of human labor in order to annotate these images, and they need it to be something that can be commonly shared among all the users, and be something that can be work on collaboratively in order to work together to properly annotate the video frames that they have. So one of the so when they were investigating some of the existing online solutions that are available, the most of the solutions are not does not actually address the needs. Those online video annotation tools are basically targeted towards mainly towards object detection. So mainly to segment out or to annotate individual objects in a scene of the video, rather than describing the attributes of the scene itself. So they've kind of fall short of it, and to address and to come up with a bespoke solution is going to be very costly for the Department of Conservation, which they have approached us, and then we've agreed to come up with a possible solution that will address their needs. So there are few design philosophies that we have for this platform, for this annotation platform. One, it has to be collaborative, because it has to be something that the members of the Department of Conservation can work together to collaboratively annotate the files. It has to be on a shared library. We do not want the need for each members of the Department of Conservation to have to maintain their private libraries of the videos, and basically they're working on the common shared library of video files. It has to be on a shared platform. It doesn't really make sense if each of them have to have their own platform and their own environment that they have to maintain and try to sync up and try to get together. So it has to be something that works across the board for all the members of the department for the participants in the team. And it has to, the next day we would like to say is we like to employ the machine learning algorithms to help make this annotation process more streamlined and reduce the workload on the members of the team. All right, some of the challenges that came up while implementing the platform is that the annotation labels that they currently have basically comes from the US. They are not specific towards New Zealand, and some of the labels, some of the classes, some of the categories are not even relevant for New Zealand. So there is a need to be able to update the labels on the fly without having to pre-screen the labels first, and there's also a need to basically being able to identify which are the labels that are pertinent to New Zealand. There's the structure of the annotations might be different. So this, as I mentioned, is based on the structure that was established in the US, because if there will be a need for us to basically tailor the annotations for something that's New Zealand specific. So there must be some flexibility for us to adjust the annotations, adjust the structures of annotations for something that that works for us. So upon entering the tool, we have a management and overview page that basically lists down all the videos that are available. And we'll also list down what the status of the annotation. So this is basically to give an overview of for management to identify which are videos that requires further reviews, which are the videos that needs annotations, and also gives accountability to the members who have annotated the videos themselves. We have this is the interface that we proposed that we've presented towards Doc for the video annotation tool. So on the left here is the video itself, and on the right is a interface for the to specify the annotations. At the bottom of the screen, we have the list of all the annotations. To basically as a summary of the annotations and basically to give them an overview of the progress of what annotation labels there are in the videos. For anybody who has done any labeling or annotation, to say might realize that annotating image files and video frames can be very tedious and painful. So we did introduce some quality of life features within for the tool. One, we have the ability to basically search for the annotation labels. So if you just know what the part of the string of the labels is, it will appear it in the list, and you can just select it from a search list. Second, it also automatically populates the combo boxes as well. We also have a new button at the side there, which allows the annotators to define new labels as needed, so that they do not need to get on the page, update the list, go back into the page again, and then search for that new label. They can actually add it right away from the interface. We also have also in the search box, it says also list down the most recent annotations, so that if they so the labels that are common will appear on the top, so that they don't actually have to search for it manually. All right. The other quality of life we thought that might be helpful as well. This is some markers within the videos to show where which frame where the start of the frames that contains the class that we are able to. So this allows people mainly to help with the ease of reviewing the labels, and to really jump straight into the particular labels itself. Then we have also a full screen view for the videos in case the annotators need to have more details in the video frames in order to make their decisions. All right. Then finally, I kind of mentioned that there is the flexibility to modify the labels definition, and also an interface to address the hierarchies between the labels. And then we also have a feature for interactive learning. So basically, the idea behind this is that we're going to use with the labels that have been annotated, we can extract out the video frames and then use that to train a machine learning model. Then from that trained model, we'll be able to identify frames that have not been annotated, and then try to predict those labels for those new video files or new frames that that's been provided. That those predicted labels will be grouped together as some what called groups of unverified annotations, and then there'll be a human then the human reviewer who can go through the unverified annotations to basically approve or to reject the annotations that was that's provided, that was classified by the machine learning annotation tool. We will evaluate the performance of the annotations, and if needed, if some of the labels are incorrect and be corrected by the human annotator, it updates the neural network models so it can theoretically perform better on the new videos, new video frames that are provided. So we have some preliminary results from our machine learning analysis. So this is just some pilot data set that we extracted out from the annotations and the video frames that were provided by Doc. So we have a few classes. So I'm looking mainly on the the results here is mainly on the geologic labels. And within the data set itself, there are about 7 unique labels in the data set. So rather than using all the frames, we decide to limit it to just a small subset of the images, and evaluate it on the performance to make sure that the classes are roughly balanced. All right. So far, we do quite well in some of the classes. Mainly the classes where we have quite a large number of examples. But for the examples that we have that are lacking, or they are small, smaller sample size, there is quite a bit of room for improvement in terms of that. But this is an ongoing work, and something that we hope to improve over a few more iterations. So on the right here is some confusion matrix, and you can see some of the classes that tends to be mixed up together, and and also some analysis of the errors. We also have some receiver operator characteristics. So if you're not familiar with this, the key point for this is that there is opportunities to improve the output from the machine learning, and we think that we should be able to improve our models to something that will be even more helpful for the Department of Conservation. All right. For our next steps, we plan to continue working with our partners in the Department of Conservation so that we can successfully proliferate this tool to this platform to the members we also hopefully this catches interest with for other applications. We plan to make this platform available to them as well. We plan to continue to improve on the performance of our machine learning algorithms, and we also plan to look into other algorithms that will better suit that will better perform in these scenarios. All right, that's all from my side. I'd like to thank Great Funnels from the Department of Conservation for been working really hard for their feedbacks and integration. Sorry, thank you very much.
No. Thank you. Time for 2 quick questions, or 1, but not 3. All good? We can keep going. Otherwise, Barbara, you are next. Thank you for coming, Barbara.